Hello, good morning, everyone. Please say hello in the chat if you're able to. So I think right now a lot of us are experiencing a lot of stress and anxiety just about stuff that's going on in the world. So I thought we would have a little gentler class that focuses more on anxiety today. So we'll just have some poses that help ground us. Open up the backs and shoulders, which can get quite tense, if we're feeling anxious. And then have some breath work and meditation at the end, as I usually do. It would be helpful if you have a block strap and pillows or bolster or something like that. It would just make it even more relaxing for you. Not required, but helpful. So let's get started. Good morning, Mia. Nice to see you. And let me know, I know the lighting was a problem last week. Hopefully it's a little better today, but definitely let me know if you can't see me. I think it was a little weird last week because it was rainy, so that made the lighting a little off. But let me know. Okay, so we're going to start today in mountain pose. So standing, just rock back and forth and from side to side till you feel really grounded and balanced on the mat, and spread your toes wide. And then just start to kind of scan up through from your feet all the way to the top of your head, noticing how your body feels. So make sure your knees are soft. Your belly isn't in a pelvic floor engaged, tailbone and pelvis in kind of neutral position. So just focusing on a long spine with your belly kind of supporting that. So not too much this way or too much this way, just nice and neutral and long. So long spine, shoulders back and down, neck long, chin parallel to the floor. And just start to notice your breath. And feel a grounding energy from your feet all the way to the top of your head. It's really important that you just feel stable. And if you feel more stable with your feet hip distance apart, then stand that way. And start to notice your breath. So the first thing to try to do anytime you're starting to feel overwhelmed or anxious is just come back to the breath. It's really amazing how much that can help. Just it seems so simple, but it can really help, especially if you make your exhalations longer than your inhalations. But just first even noticing if your breath is there and noticing the movement of your body as you inhale and exhale. And then start to notice how your body lengthens and expands as you inhale and softens and releases tension as you exhale. And good morning, Rory. I forgot to put on my glasses, my distance glasses. And if you find the ujjayi breath to be calming, then go ahead and transition to that now. So one of the benefits of the ujjayi breath is it lengthens your breath, which stimulates the sympathetic nervous system. I think it's this. I always get them mixed up, the parasympathetic or the sympathetic. Whichever one is the one that relaxes you, that's the one that it stimulates. So breathing the sound, if you find that relaxing. Good, and then on your next exhalation, go ahead and drop your hands to your sides, palms facing out. And just breathing here, just feeling your shoulders opening, your chest opening. Keeping your focus on your breath. Good, and then gently start to do some shoulder rolls. Just very slow and gentle, just waking your shoulders up. And sort of noticing how your shoulders feel. And then in the other direction. And keep breathing. Good, and then coming back to mountain pose. Just dropping the shoulders and then doing some neck rolls. Can be gentle. And exhale as your head goes down, inhale as it comes up. And if you want to go all the way around, just make sure you go in both directions. Good, and then inhale the arms up, just trying to move with the breath now a little more, waking up our upper body. So inhale as your arms come up, and exhale as they float down. Keep your core engaged and keep breathing. Breathing the sound if you find that helpful. Good. Next time, as you inhale your arms up, clasp your hands overhead. Inhale all of the way. Full inhalation, reaching towards the ceiling, feeling it stretch all the way through your belly, activating your toes and feet. And exhale, reach in one direction and look in the opposite direction. And again, inhale, lengthen, and exhale, reach. Good, and coming back to center, lengthening. Change the clasp of your fingers, dominant thumb underneath, and exhale opposite direction. And inhale, lengthen, exhale, reach. Good, and come back to center. Slowly float the arms down, and just bending your knees slightly. Tilt your pelvis forward so you are really feeling the length all the way through your tailbone, drawing the belly in. And then just start to draw circles or figure eights with your knees, just very gently waking up the lower body a little bit more now. Noticing your knees and ankles. Good, and then straighten your legs and gently just drop down, dropping your head. If you can't reach the floor, then grab behind your legs. And just let your head hang there, feeling your spine decompressing a little. Staying with your breath. And then just let your arms hang for a moment and then grab onto your elbows. Keep breathing. Breathing into your hamstrings, maybe your lower back. Good, and then release. Slowly roll up to standing, head coming up last. Don't roll up too fast or you might get a little lightheaded. Good, and step to the front of your mat if you're not there already. And inhale, reach up, and exhale, fold. And inhale, look ahead of you with flat back. Exhale, bend your knees and bring your ribcage towards your thighs. And inhale, lengthen, look ahead of you. Exhale, fold. And stay there. I'm just going to have to close this curtain because the sun was shining right into my eyes. Good. It was still shining in my eyes. Sorry. Into it. Good. And inhale again. Look ahead of you. Exhale. It's time. Bend your knees as much as you need to in order to put your hands on the mat. And make sure your fingers are spread wide. And we're going to step back into downward dog. So the distance between your hands and feet is normally about the length of one leg, but try just stepping forward or back. You just want to be feeling a nice stretch through the back of your body, but be able to bring your heels fairly close to the mat. You can pedal your feet. Make sure your shoulder blades are back. Your shoulders are away from your ears. And with each exhalation, just drawing your ribcage a little closer to your thighs. Make sure your head is dropping, so you're keeping your neck long. And then from here, we're just going to drop onto our knees and finding child's pose. And if you have the block nearby, and try child's pose supporting your forehead. See how that feels. Maybe feel more grounded. And you can have your hands next to your feet or just comfortably resting on the mat. But don't outstretch your arms yet. We'll do that in a moment. We're just grounding ourselves here. Breathing. Good, and then go ahead and remove the block and reach your arms forward. And keep breathing. And inhale, look up, come towards the front of your mat, and come down onto your belly. Drop your forehead, lengthening your neck, and bring your shoulders back. And inhale, baby cobra. Open the chest, and exhale. Drop back down, tuck your toes under, and press up onto your knees, and then back into downward dog. And you might need to take a couple steps forward, depending on your own downward dog. And just breathing here again. Breathing into the entire backside of your body. Taking deep, full breaths. Good, and then once again, just dropping your knees, sitting back into child's pose, and you can use the block again, or not, it's really up to you. Keep breathing. Good, and then again, reaching your arms forward. And coming to the front of your mat. Again, coming down onto your belly. Drop your forehead. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale. Tuck your toes under. And this time, just come up onto all fours. Wrists right underneath your shoulders and knees right underneath your hips. Toes tucked under. And inhale, drop your belly, look forward, open your chest. Exhale, draw your belly in, round your spine, drop your head. Inhale, really open your chest. And exhale, rounding the spine, pressing the mat away from you. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. And inhale, and exhale. And inhale, now walk your knees back a little bit. Walk your hands forward and exhale. So you grab the block again. and place it under your forehead. Extended puppy pose. And breathe. Good. And come up, remove the block. Straighten into downward dog. And inhale the right leg up. And bring it outside of your right hand. Drop your left knee. And take the block again. Just come down. See if you can rest your head on the block. In lizard pose, you can have the block longer too if you can't bring your head all the way down. Just whatever is appropriate for you. Breathing into your head. Starting to feel your hip open a little more. Staying with a deep breathing, breathing with sound, if possible. Releasing into the pose with each exhalation, just a little bit more. Good, inhale, come up. Straighten your front leg and exhale, fold. And inhale, walk up, come forward, straighten, and step back into downward dog. Really let your head drop between your arms here, because that really will lengthen your spine and neck. Good. And drop in child's pose, just briefly this time. Go forward onto your belly, lengthen your neck. Inhale, come up, cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes. Step back, downward dog. And inhale, the left leg up. And step outside of your left hand. Drop your right knee. Take the block. And rest your head there. And breathe. It's normal for one side to be a little tighter than the other. For me, it's this side that's a little tighter. Just a couple more breaths, really letting yourself release into the pose. It might feel uncomfortable, but use your breath to help you release. We're practicing letting go of tension here. Good, and inhale, come up. Exhale, bring your hips back and fold. Good, inhale, look up. Come forward, Place your hands and step back, downward dog. Take a few breaths here, just really, again, lengthening the entire backside of your body. And come down to the child's pose. Inhale, come forward. Lengthen the back of your neck. Shoulders back, away from your ears, and inhale up, cobra. Exhale. Tuck the toes. Step back, downward dog. And just walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale again, coming up to standing like a rag doll. Just noticing your spine. And reach up. Exhale. Hands to heart. Good. So from here, let's come back into mountain pose. We're gonna do 2 standing poses today for balance. So starting with tree, just rock back and forth, spread your toes wide, just finding a nice firm foundation once again, and then shift your weight onto one foot and find your tree. And perfectly acceptable to hold on to something here if you're really wobbly. You can still, you can still work on your balance even if you're holding on to something. Focus on the strength of your legs and your core. Make sure you avoid the knee area of your standing leg. And keep breathing. Inhale, the arms up maybe, or one arm up if you're holding on to something. Yeah, these standing balances are just a really good practice for your mind, just finding balance in the midst of feeling like you're gonna fall over. And exhale, release. And other side. It's also really good for strengthening just the small muscles in your feet and ankles. If you practice this a lot, then you'll be less likely to fall and injure yourself. Or lose your balance when you're walking. And inhale the arms up. And release. Good. Now the second one is one of my favorite poses, but I don't do it that often because it's a little more advanced. We'll do it anyway. And again, feel free to hold on to something here. So dancer pose or Lord of the Dance. Just start by bringing your knee up. And then bring your knee back or down and bring your foot back, grab on. Just stretching out your quads a little bit here. And then grab onto the inner edge of your feet. Make sure your arm is pointing out because we want to make sure we're opening our shoulders here. And reach forward, maybe grab a wall with this hand, and then kick your foot back and up. This is a great chest and shoulder opener as well as a balance. And I don't usually do this in my personal practice either, so it's been a long time. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold onto a wall. And if you hold onto a wall, it gives you much more room to sort of open up here. And gently release. And shift to the other side. So first, just hug your knee up into your chest. And grab your foot. Just stretching out your quads. And then grab onto the inner edge of your foot and kick back and up. And keep breathing here. And release. And shake it out. Good. Now step your feet wide apart. Make sure that your toes are pointing forward. Inhale your arms out. Exhale, clasp your hands behind you. Inhale, push your hands back. Really bringing your shoulder blades together. Inhale, open your chest. And exhale, fold. And let your hands drop behind you. Go ahead and release. If your head is not coming anywhere near the floor, then go ahead and take a block just so your head can be resting on something. Release the clasp and then see if you can bring your head in line with your hands and feet. Or just slightly forward resting on the block. But whatever you're doing, try to ground your head somewhere. And breathe. Good. Inhale, look up. Exhale, and inhale, twist to the right. Right arm comes up. Exhale, inhale, twist to the left. And exhale, and heel toe your feet towards each other to come down to a squat. Let your lower back release. And go ahead and sit down on the mat. And grab onto your feet, open them up like a book. Inhale. And again, you can use a block here to ground your head if your head is coming close to the floor or close to your feet, but not all the way down. Inhale and exhale, and use your elbows to push your thighs and your knees towards the mat and fold. So again, you can have this the long way. It's really preferable in today's practice, which is about grounding, to just make sure your head is grounded, if possible. And you can round the spine, draw the belly in. Use your exhalations to come deeper into the pose, releasing any tension. And it really helps to keep pressing your thighs down with your elbows. Make sure your jaw is relaxed. This might feel a little uncomfortable. It's all part of the practice. Letting go of the tension and releasing into the pose. Good. Inhale, slowly roll up. And if you have a bolster or pillows, or just a couple blocks or anything, go ahead and grab those. And bring your feet wide apart. Adjust the flesh under your sits bones so that those bones are just more grounded and you're able to maybe sit up a little straighter. And what we're going to do is actually rest in this pose for a minute or two. So sort of a long time if possible. So hopefully you have something that can kind of prop you up here. You might still, and you probably will, still feel tension in your legs. But again, we're practicing releasing the tension with our breath here. So make sure that especially your exhales are long. If you need like extra blankets or your arm or something in order to support your head, then please do that. So it's very important to have your head supported somehow. And you should gradually start to feel the tension in your legs starting to release. And soften. And then you might start to let your upper body release and soften as well. Good. And then inhale, slowly start to raise your head. Just move the prop out of the way and bring your legs together, shake it out, and grab your strap. Wrap it around the balls of your feet. Inhale, lengthen your upper body, and exhale, float forward. And here, actually, you could even put a block or pillows or something on your lap to support your head, maybe. And breathing into your lower back, into your hamstrings. And even though you're holding onto the strap, try to let your shoulders relax. So just holding on with your hands, not tensing the shoulders. And again, you should start to feel things just releasing and softening with your breath. Good. Inhale, slowly look up. And keep the strap around your left foot. Bring your right foot in. Inhale again, come up with a flat back, lengthening your upper body. And exhale, fold forward. And again, maybe you can place some kind of prop on your leg to support your head. And inhale, come up and switch sides. So inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Deep breathing. And inhale, look up. And place the strap to the side. Just bring your knee up. Move your foot so it's about hip distance away from your leg. Inhale, really reach. Bring your left arm up and behind you. Inhale again, really reach. Bring your right arm up and twist to the left. And again, inhale, lengthen your upper body, and exhale, twist. And inhale, gently look forward. And just change sides. Straighten both legs and then bend your right knee. Make sure, again, your foot is about hip distance away from your straight leg. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, place your hand behind you. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen your body. And exhale, deepen twist. Good. And inhale forward. Exhale. Straighten your legs. And getting ready to go down to the floor. Just grab behind your knees. Come back into a gentle, modified boat pose. Just balancing here for a moment. And then keeping your knees bent, slowly come down with control. So using your core strength here. Flatten your lower back against the mat. Feel the core connection. And exhale. Release. Draw your knees into your chest and just give yourself a little massage. And straighten your left leg. Bring your right knee over. Reach your right arm out. Breathe. And inhale back to center. And both knees in. Straighten your right leg and bring your left knee over. Inhale back to center. Hug your knees in and drop your feet hip distance apart. Close enough to your hips that maybe you can reach towards your heels with your hands. Really bring the shoulder blades back. Inhale, exhale, tilt your pelvis forward so that your tailbone lengthens. And inhale, lift your hips, bridge pose. And breathe. Keep your neck long. You clasp your hands underneath you. Come up a little higher. Bring your shoulders back a little bit more. So really focusing on opening the chest and shoulders here. Lengthening the tailbone. And maybe release the clasp and just staying here. Reach over your head. And gently release back down. Again, hug your knees in. Give your back a massage. And so here you have a choice. You can either take your block and just support your legs and stay here, or modified shoulder stand. So for that, actually don't watch me because you could hurt your neck, but just bring your your hips up, support your hips with your hands and just stay here. Don't really try to straighten your legs. Unless you want to, if you really enjoy shoulder stand and do it a lot and want to come to the full posture, then feel free. This one's just a little more, it can be a little easier and more restorative. Good, and then gently release. Again, hug your knees in. And just gently roll on your back and come up into a seated position. So we're going to prepare for our final pose, which is going to be a modified Shavasana with a lot of support. So if you have a bolster or a couple of pillows or several pillows like this or blankets or anything about this size, that's great. It's very relaxing. Just bring it behind you and then you can kind of lean back on it and open your arms. Great chest opener. It supports your head as well. If you don't have that, or you have like a combination of blankets and blocks, then you can just use any, I can't see what you have, but just use any combination so that you're supporting both your head and your upper back. So that you can rest in a pose supporting and be opening your chest and shoulders at the same time, just sort of to counteract any tension that we might have in our shoulders. And you can cross your legs or bring the soles of your feet together in a reclined Baddha Konasana. Just to also have a hip opener in this position. If it hurts your hips to have them to lie down in this position, then if you have anything you can support your knees with, that can help. Just bring your knees slightly up. Wherever you are. Hopefully you found your final position by now. Inhale deeply. Hold your breath for a moment. And then just slowly exhale through your mouth. And again. And then just one more. Good, and then release any kind of special breathing, just coming back into your regular breathing pattern. Close your eyes. And relax, just feel heavy on the mat. And I'm going to guide you through relaxing each part of your body. Relax your toes. Relax your feet. your ankles. Relax your lower legs. Relax your knees. Relax your upper legs. Relax your hips. Relax your tailbone. Relax your lower back. Relax your middle back. Relax your upper back. Relax your shoulders. Relax your upper arms. Relax your elbows. Relax your lower arms. Relax your wrists. Relax your hands and fingers. Relax your belly. Relax your chest. Relax your shoulders. Relax your neck and throat. Relax your jaw. Relax your tongue. Relax your cheeks. Relax your eyes. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your forehead. Relax your entire body, just melting away any remaining tension. And let your thoughts come and go, letting go of any worrying, thinking, or planning. Just being present with your breath. And slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes, your hands and feet, bringing your awareness back into the space around you. And whenever you're ready, bend one knee and then the other, or just bring your knees up and gently roll into one side. You might need to remove some props. And in your own time, just find your way back into a comfortable seated position. And we're just going to do a little breath work. It can be really good for balancing and for anxiety. So we've actually been doing the alternate nostril breathing every week. So we're going to start with that and then just add a little more breath work after that. So rest your left hand on your left knee. Use your pinky and ring finger to close your left nostril and your thumb to close your right nostril. First, just take a few deep breaths through your nose. And then close your left nostril. Inhale through your right nostril. Close. And exhale left. Close. And inhale right. Close. And exhale left. So complete inhalations and exhalations. Close. Inhale right. Close. Exhale left. Close. Inhale right. Close. Exhale left. Close. Inhale right. Close. Exhale left. Now inhale left. So keep that nostril open. And close. Exhale right. Close. Inhale left. And close. Exhale right. Close. Inhale left. Close. Exhale right. And close. Inhale left. And close. Exhale right. And release your right hand. Now resting both hands on your knees and just take a few deep breaths. Good, and now we're going to stay in this position and just activating your Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. So it's your pelvic floor and your lower belly. Drop your chin towards your chest and exhale completely. And we're going to take 10 really deep breaths here, breathing with sound if possible. So inhale, and inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Inhale. And exhale. I'll do the first few with you and then just breathe at your own pace. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And hopefully that was about 10 breaths. I'm just releasing that, coming back into a regular breathing pattern. So hopefully your whole respiratory area just feels a little more open now. Is it normal to feel a little lightheaded and dizzy? Yes, especially if you don't do this very often. But it really oxygenates, is that a word? Something like that. Brings oxygen into your entire body. It's really good for you. So it's a good thing to practice regularly if you can. And now bringing your hand to your heart. As I said last week, we're going to start alternating the loving kindness meditation with the gratitude meditation. So this week we'll do gratitude. So just think of 3 things that you're especially grateful for in your life right now. And this time try to think of just 3 very simple things, like just that you woke up this morning, that you're able to sit without pain, that you have your breath. Just maybe those are 3 things. It could be those things or other things like that. Just things that you, or that you have, and that nobody can really take away from you right now. And close your eyes. Just think about how really you are lucky to have those 3 things. Not everyone has them. And then imagine that feeling of gratitude as a spacious, bright light right in the middle of your chest. And imagine that light and the feeling associated with it just expanding, filling your entire body. And then going outside of the boundaries of your body, into the room around you, into your whole house or building, out into your streets, your whole neighborhood, and imagine it just touching and somehow affecting all of the people who might be nearby. If you're in a really isolated place, then you can imagine just the boundary of the lake going even farther into the closest town. And when you can't really imagine it going any farther, just release that image. Come back to your breath. And slowly open your eyes. And I invite you to set an intention to take any of the benefits that you've received from this practice out with you into the rest of the day and share it with anyone that you come in contact with, either in person or in writing, and just seeing or hearing them. And I hope that you leave today feeling a little more relaxed, a little less stressed. Thank you so much for joining me. Feel free to leave any comments or questions in the chat or in the comments section. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Thank you.